In Gangs of the Wild West, you play the leader of an outlaw gang. Each player starts with 3 outlaws, which are represented by meeples, 6 notoriety cubes, 2 supplies, and 6 bullets. The game board is made up of 3-inch tiles laid out in an 8x8 grid for 2 to 4 players, or a 7x13 grid for 5 to 6 players. Gangs of the Wild West is part tile exploration, part worker placement, and part area control. At the start of the game, only the hideout tiles are known. The rest of the game board are face-down wilderness tiles. The 8 tiles around your hideout are always the same mix of tiles, their backs color-coded. Each round, secretly scout 1 tile for every 2 outlaws in your gang. During the game, you will use your outlaws to explore the wilderness, encountering the tiles they move to. Upon flipping a tile over, your outlaw will take control over a homestead, ranch, or mine by placing a notoriety cube. If the tile can be robbed, such as a bank, stagecoach, or train, your outlaw must win a gunfight in order to claim the cash or supplies there. But beware, captured tokens are not removed from the board until the end of the round, which means that another outlaw gang can take the items there from you by force. There are also event tiles that are replaced at the end of the round, such as the army, cattle rustling, or bounty hunter tiles. Most tiles have a single action space, but towns have 6 action spaces. A saloon for recruiting more outlaws, gun shop for getting more bullets, sheriff's office, a bank, which can be robbed, jail, and gallows. A wanted poster is used for tracking the dastardly acts each gang commits during the game. Each robbery increases your score by $2,000, but killing a sheriff increases it by $5,000. Gunfights are fought by a hidden bid mechanic using bullet tokens. Hired guns guarding tile action spaces generate from 0 to 6 bullets by rolling gunfight dice. Against another gang, hidden bids are compared to see which outlaw kills the other, the victor getting the spoils on the action space involved. As scores on the wanted poster increase, so does the amount of cash and supplies found on tiles. But as rewards increase, so does the risk, with hired guns adding more gunfight dice. With all these outlaws on the loose, there are sheriffs, bounty hunters, and lynch mobs to keep them in check. Sheriffs investigate robberies and shoot to wound, capturing outlaws and dragging them off to jail to face justice, and a round later, the gallows. Bounty hunters are not so forgiving, shooting to kill. Lynch mobs are weak, but rise up when their town's sheriff is killed. Unlike other worker placement games, in Gangs of the Wild West, your outlaws are your workers, and they remain on the tile that they move to. They are laid down at the end of their turn and are stood up again at the start of the round so that they can explore from that location, or select known action spaces within range as desired. The game continues until one player has $80,000 in cash, or gets their wanted poster up to $40,000, at which point the game immediately ends with that player the winner. In Gangs of the Wild West, there are many paths to victory. Should you play a banker, looking for mines to control and banks to rob? Should you focus on advancing the wanted poster, killing as many sheriffs and bounty hunters as possible? Should you expand your gang as quickly as possible up to the limit of 8 outlaws? Expensive to maintain, but gives you many more options for tiles you can control or exploit. Gangs of the Wild West was designed by Mark Kraatz and is for 2 to 6 players, ages 12 and up, and plays in about 30 minutes per player.